Oh, day 24. Okay. Ooh, I used the C word. Watch out for that. I think I used it twice. This girl had me upset. Um, I don't know whether or not you'll understand why. I am sure that I will upset a lot of people with my the vehement what with how vehemently I addressed this woman. Um, oh, ooh. And by the way, I use the word stupid as I'm talking about her in two ways. And that's important because I actually use it in two ways a lot of the time. I recently lost a friend who I had talked about in one of my videos when I called everybody stupid. And I use her as an example. And she said, you know what, I don't care if you think I'm stupid. And I was like, all right, you didn't understand, goodbye. Because I use stupid in two senses. There's stupid in the sense of below average, right? And then there's also stupid in the sense of just not well thought out or lacking thinking. And by the second definition, we're all stupid. I'm stupid. You're stupid. They're stupid. Okay. But by the first definition, no, none of the people that I insulted in my video are stupid. But that's not the problem. There's always going to be stupid people. It's just by definition, you know, less. Half people are going to be, or maybe you'll say a third of people are going to always qualify as stupid, no matter how smart we as a species get. But I'm talking about how the entire species is stupid. And so, when I get mad at this woman, it's about her being stupid in the way that all humans are. But besides all that, the goal of today is to be productive, to try to make something of this luxurious, little bedroom thing that I'm in. The fact that I'm not in a tent. Try to get something done. So beyond all the reflection, the yelling, I really want to get something finished. And I do start something that I finish the next day, which is cool. But I suspect that going on this trip and being forced to confront whatever dangers and challenges await me will renew my desire to live. Since I was 18, 17, I've spent probably more than 50% of that time preferring non-existence. And so I want to be totally struggling one night. No, wait. See? There it is. Dude, there it is. Oh, dude, I was just going to make a video talking about how I want to die. No, there it is. Let's pack up and maybe run. I don't know. It'd just be such a shame to die now. Let's get me safe. Just consider it me valuing life and being reminded of that, as was the plan. No. Dad says I would drown there. We don't want to drown. Good morning. Medicine and work. Well, medicine, sleep, and then work. Alright, it's too hot to sleep now. So we're gonna open up the window, sit up and read.
Writing, it's so easy. It doesn't need to be good, just write. Just take a pen and write. Oh, why am I still watching YouTube instead of writing? Oh, yeah. I'll take whatever followers I can get. No, we have to write. So, we have to write about what we learned. We could write a song about life in general. We could write a story. Alright, let's just think of 5 things that we could write. The superhero thing. Look at what we've written for Avis so far and rewrite one of those. An essay on the skepticism thing. A song about our trip, maybe? Honestly, just writing anything would be good. Because it can be turned into something amazing. We have to just write something. A song about our trip and that motivational song. And we can work on the code. So today's goal is to write 10 pages of something and do the code. So a 10-page script, 10-page essay. No, 10 pages, that's a lot for an essay. 5 pages. We could do 10 pages though. Yeah. Fuck me, dude. You know what's so sad? I don't know whether I said this in one of my videos, but I think it was this past weekend. I was thinking, wow, we haven't actually had a mass shooting in the U.S. in like a significant mass shooting in a while, and all that timing was really bad. So maybe we'll edit that into something else. But anyway, and today and yesterday, or today, we've had two. The day after I said that, I think we had a smaller one where 3 people were killed and like 20 were injured in California. And now we've got 2 really big ones. I mean, obviously I didn't cause that, but I really don't think I've ever had that thought before, but maybe I have. So that's the difference between, okay, forget the mass shooting thing for a second. No, don't forget it. It's terrible and we need to do something about that. But I have no sort of recollection of ever having had that thought before, that we haven't had a mass shooting in a while. I don't. But if I have had that thought and then there wasn't a mass shooting immediately after, well, I probably forgot that thought. It's just basic skepticism of self, knowing that we are not reliable sort of rememberers and perceivers. And so just knowing that it's possible that I may be wrong. Just wish I could give that power to you. Because you learn a fuckload better and you're much more sort of agreeable because you can admit your mistakes. Because you're able to see them. You're not protecting yourself from them. Alright, so let's write an essay about skepticism. This just sucks I don't have a computer. But I can type that on my phone, that's no problem. Or maybe I'll write it and then I can put something on to watch. I don't know. Let's go back to Facebook. Alright, we ate so much last night. We're hungry as hell, but we'll get some McDonald's once we've actually gotten some work done. Does that seem fair? Good. Get something done. So what could we potentially work on? We already said we can work on the code. Hell, we were supposed to be using that code on this trip. And we never even actually wrote out the notebook. So we can do that. Why am I not doing it? Why do I need to do it? So that I have content? I mean, for the code, it's so that I can be more productive when I make notes and stuff. I'm hungry. No, I've eaten enough. What should I do? Why and what? No, what I need to do is I need to write about skepticism. That's the #1 thing that I need to do. Which doesn't feel useful. No, but I believe in myself. I'm going to change the world. So, of course, I need to start making those steps. And one of those steps is to write out about this experience. Yes, I'm going to make the video, but I need to write out about the experience. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing that forever. I just need to... So what time is it now? Okay. Okay, 2:37. So from 3 until 4, I'm going to be working on that. And then maybe I'll go get something to eat after that. Okay, good. Let's get dressed. Clear the desk. Okay, good. That's a good plan. Got 23 minutes. Let's get dressed. Also, though, what the fuck am I gonna do tomorrow? I'm hitchhiking again. We're not gonna worry about the fines. Ugh. Oh, my heart hurts. Oh, I feel anxiety. Oh, I feel totally overwhelmed. Okay, I need a shower. Oh, that's not nice. But right now, let's get dressed. Let's turn off this fucking fan. Clear the desk. That's not hard. Just do it. Just do it. Get up. The thing is, we don't actually have a tent anymore. That's why we have to get home. I don't want to spend any more money. But I probably will have to spend another night at a hostel. It's already 2:30. Let's just get work done. Come on! Pathetic. No, don't worry about it. You're always going to have trouble with this. But right now, you can get something done. So do it, because of all the times you're going to have trouble in the future, get something done now. No, stop thinking about ordering food. Come on. 5 minutes. And then what are we going to do exactly? The desk is clear. Notebook, pen. Everything's good. So what are we gonna do exactly? We're gonna write about skepticism, that's right. And you know what, we're gonna handwrite it. And we can put something on to watch, right? And we'll check in with you after like a half hour. Alright, a few more minutes until we start. Oh, and I'm not sure whether I said this, but I may have to continue this video thing, but I don't know whether it's gonna be whether it's gonna like be cool to continue it, because I know that I won't actually be putting it anywhere. But this, you might actually be seeing this. You know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube and the bloggers and stuff. Why do I have so few followers? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Same reason nobody picks you up. And sometimes they do, it's like fishing. You have to be patient. You know your worth. You know what you're offering. And you know the last few videos have been good. Anyway, but this may help me with my productivity to do this, to make these videos, to continue doing this, and to be coaching myself, basically. So I should do that when I get back to Paris. And you know what? Fuck you. I think I am gonna do a video series. I could do one every day, trying to be productive. Yeah, that could actually help me be productive. At least it could help with people who have procrastination issues or ADHD or something. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Alright, it's time. I'm just going to clip my fingernails. Oh, okay, they don't look very long there. Well, they're just dirty and bothering me. That's procrastinating, isn't it? I know, but once I sit down and I get into the zone, you know. So I'm just gonna get my nail clippers, okay? And then I'm gonna sit down. Alright, fingernails are cut. Use this neat tool. Don't know whether they have a kettle, so we're just gonna beam this instant coffee. Figure we'll do 2 actually. My very own mukbang. No, we'll do 3. We got 3 out, so we might as well just do 3. Alright, that's not logical at all, but actually I can just, no. It's delicious. Alright. Dude, I could have such a future on YouTube, dude. Because that was excellent content. How do you promote it? I don't know. I could do like my belief monologue while eating something fucking, ugh. Maybe I'll do my belief monologue after putting some of my, that insanity sauce on my tongue. Okay. Anyway, let's read a little bit and then we'll write. So what page are we on now? What page are we on? It's not marked. Oh, I must have put my pen in the book and then, where's the pen? There it is. What percentage is that now? Maybe we can charge my other phone. Just read. Don't worry about that. Let me respond to this message. Oh, this bitch on Facebook just called me sweetheart. There was some article about gays getting $67 million in reparations. I have no idea whether it's real. And she said, why? And what about blacks and like that? And then Jarrell said,
it's the American way. This and dealing with the immigration issues are far more important than making American descendants of slavery whole by giving us our reparations that we rightly deserve. None of these groups suffered at the hands of this country the way American descendants of slavery, ADOS, has. ADOS needs to take note and unite. However, we are so broken as a people. Blacks who are gay and lesbian consider themselves that before declaring themselves black.
Amber said, I agree. I said, yeah, they may prefer their sexual identity over their racial identity because blacks reject gays slightly more than gays reject blacks. Then Amber says, I'm definitely a queer black woman myself, so number one, we aren't going to say an entire group does something. We know where language like that is rooted. Also, makes it sound as though it happens only in our community when it was the much more than that. Also, doesn't negate the descendants of enslaved
people deserve reparations from our government. So let's stay on topic, sweetheart.
Fuck you, you dumb bitch. What are you talking about? I was just agreeing with what the other guy said. The other guy said,
However, we are broken as a people. Blacks who are gay and lesbian consider themselves that before declaring themselves black.
I didn't love the idea that he's blaming LGBT blacks. Or he's not even necessarily. But I just wanted to add a clarifying note so that it isn't interpreted as a blaming of LGBT blacks for choosing the gay community over the black community. So I was just saying, yeah, it sucks that that happens, and the reason that it happens is because blacks reject gays. So they identify with the community that rejects them a little bit less. So I was like, yeah, they may prefer their sexual identity, like sometimes, over their racial identity, because blacks reject gays slightly more than gays reject blacks. I didn't get an I agree, or a yeah, that makes sense, or anything.
I'm definitely a
Queer black woman, so she identified herself as queer first.
A queer black woman.
Which is probably just because that's just the way we use adjectives. And also if you identify it first, it's because it's the more distant quality actually. So if she's a queer black woman, then she's identifying more as black than queer. So yeah, that's fine.
I'm definitely a queer black woman myself, so number one, we aren't going to say an entire group does something.
This nigga said,
We are so broken as a people. We are broken.
we are broken. I think that's a little bit more of a jump from facts than that blacks reject gays. Blacks are broken. Blacks reject gays. He said a whole people is broken. That's going to be a lot harder to support or to show than that a whole people rejects gays. Of course, I said blacks reject gays slightly more. I didn't say all blacks reject gays, you stupid fucking bitch. You know what? This whole skepticism self thing, it's going to be dangerous. I mean, me being less skeptical of myself. Because I don't even have to say or think, oh shit, maybe I said something wrong. No, you stupid cunt. I said blacks reject gays slightly more than gays reject blacks. He said,
We are so broken as a people.
and then said,
Blacks who are gay and lesbian consider themselves that before declaring themselves black.
so he made two generalized comments. And she responded to my thing that more of these people do this than those people, and said,
We're not going to say an entire group does something.
are you fucking joking? And then
Also makes it sound as though it happens only in our community when it was the much more than that.
whatever the second part of that sentence means, and I'm not just trying to undermine her argument because I don't understand what it means. I literally have no idea what that means. But
Also makes it sound as though it happens only in our community.
nigga, Jarrell said,
We are so broken as a people. Blacks who are gay and lesbian consider themselves that before declaring themselves black.
he talked about one community. I then just tried to, qualify that. And then,
Doesn't negate the descendants of enslaved people deserve reparations from our government.
should I have been trying to negate that? Should I have been, fuck! Why are people so stupid? Yeah, I'll report a problem. Sorry, when you shake the phone, Facebook goes,
Report a problem.
why do you think that I was... Okay, see, when you shake it. Okay, why do you think that I was trying to negate that descendants of enslaved people deserve reparations from our government? And you're telling me that I failed to do that. Also, doesn't negate the descendants of...
So let's stay on topic, sweetheart.
Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Hold on. I responded directly to what that guy said, to just qualify one of the statements that he made. And then you told me to stay on topic while responding to me as though I was saying all sorts of other different shit. Note also that my use of the word bitch, I would not use if it were a guy. I am using it to put her down for being a woman, basically, which is terribly sexist and terrible of me. But that's just what the mind does. When you need to, we're allowed to say, bitch, what? I can't be like, queer woman, what? Or black person, what? We shouldn't be allowed to, and it, of course, is discouraged. But if I, well, maybe I'm wrong here, because I'm not wrong with that conversation. I'm not saying that. Maybe I am wrong to, to think that I am putting her down because of her sex. Okay, this is tricky. If you say nigga, so the question is, all right, we need to get back to that. But the question is, like, if you say you stupid nigger, let's say, okay, let's take three things. Let's say you stupid nigger, you stupid actress, you stupid bitch. Is bitch more like actress or nigger? If you say you stupid nigger, first of all, I'm using a curse word that defines you, and I'm also trying to maybe put you down, and I'm also, yeah, so I'm also trying to put you down. Now if I say bitch, well, I could just do you stupid asshole or bitch. Well, I wouldn't really say asshole. What would I do for a guy? Probably, maybe I would do bitch for a guy as well. This is actually a really interesting question. We should get back to it. But anyway, back to this stupid bitch. How have I been going for 9 minutes? Has it all been about this? No, I don't think so. I'm about to go off on this bitch. Are you fucking stupid? Let's type this response right now. And that sweetheart shit pisses me off so much. Because it's so, obviously, you know exactly what it is. And it just masquerades as something else. Sweetheart, please. You could at least get called out. If she had, I could at least, call her out if she had said,
Dumbass, please.
She basically just said dumbass, but is getting away with it. Fucking charge, bitch. There we go. Alright, let's do this, you stupid fucking bitch. How do you even respond to this stupid shit? Oh, we have such a problem. I mean, everybody on the left, pretty much. Not everybody, literally, but oh, we're so fucking stupid. Where did this response even come from? Let me read it to you again. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Oh, god damn it, I gotta do that again. I should record the screen while I do that. So Amber shares this article, and this article, the source, you can see it right there. The activist mommy, Elizabeth Johnson. Okay, the title of the article is House Unanimously Passes $67 million Gay Reparations Tax Bill. So Amber says,
Is this real? Why isn't it on major news platforms? What is your opinion on it?
Jarrell says,
It's the American way. This and dealing with the immigration issues are far more important than making American descendants of slavery whole, like giving us our reparations that we rightfully deserve. None of these groups suffered at the hands of this country the way ADOS has. ADOS need to take notes and unite. However, we are so broken as a people. Blacks who are gay and lesbian consider themselves that before declaring themselves black.
Amber said,
I agree.
I said, yeah, they may prefer their sexual identity over their racial identity because blacks reject gays slightly more than gays reject blacks. Amber said,
I'm definitely a queer black woman myself. So number one, we aren't going to say an entire group does something. We know where language like that is rooted. Also makes it sound as though it happens only in our community when it was the much more than that. Also doesn't negate the descendants of enslaved people deserve reparations from our government, so let's stay on topic, sweetheart.
oh, Jack is still in Genova as well. He stayed at the hostel another 2 nights. Oh, he slept in the hammock last night. Oh, did he pay? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. No, I don't really give a shit. She's a stupid bitch. Okay. I really gotta stop saying bitch. I don't even know. This started like a year ago. I feel uncomfortable just saying that. I gotta stop saying that. Dude, what? I don't know, woman. Alright, anyway, let's go back to this. Okay. I still want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, let's just record this as well. Alright, so far I said, bruh, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard. The sweetheart pisses me off. Oh, wow, you don't like terms of endearment? If somebody uses a term of endearment, you just get angry? Jarrell, did that just say broke ass? Rewind that a second. Did that say broke ass? Did it? I don't know. I'm not gonna rewind right now. So anyway, fast forward again, catch up. Okay, so Jarrell said our community is broken for identifying. Oh, people are so fucking stupid, dude. More than the black community. Add a qualifier. More with gay community. A fact. Oh, I'm having trouble keeping my cool. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Homophobia in the black community is a fact. Okay, let's put and elsewhere after both. Why isn't it? Okay. You'll notice, you fucking stupid cunt. Phobic and all gays are racist. It can maybe say that blacks are more often homophobic. Clearly not a blanket statement of any. I'm falling apart here. Oh, fuck this bitch, dude. Post. Alright, so here's what we just said. I probably didn't just show you me typing all of that. Okay, so here we go. Bruh, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard. The sweetheart pisses me off the most. Having trouble keeping my cool. I promise not to use any passive-aggressive terms of endearment, and instead just insult you overtly if that's how I feel. Okay, put it over there. Jarrell said our community is broken. I wasn't sure whether he was blaming LGBT blacks for identifying with the LGBT community more than the black community. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but decided to add a qualifier anyway, to explain that gay blacks have it tough from both sides, but are more rejected from black community. I thought I said I changed it from the, anyway, but more rejected from black community, so they feel more accepted by and therefore identify more with gay community. That's all I want to do. Homophobia in the black community and elsewhere is a fact. Racism in the gay community and elsewhere is a fact. You'll notice that I said more in my original post, as in blacks reject gays to a greater degree. So it's relative. Not that all blacks reject gays. So we cannot say all blacks are homophobic and all gays are racist, but we can maybe say that blacks are more often homophobic than gays are racist. Clearly not a blanket statement about all members of any community. I don't understand how you thought I was trying to negate reparations. I don't understand how you thought my comment using more was more of a blanket statement than Jarrell's comment that we are as an entire people, that we as an entire people are broken. I don't understand how you thought I made more of a blanket statement than Jarrell's comment about how LGBT blacks identify. Notice he did not say more of them do this than other groups. He just said the group does it. And you agreed with his two blanket statements and then went off on my non-blanket, but instead comparative statement. I don't understand what your being a queer black woman has to do with it. Why I shouldn't make generalizations. Wouldn't I not want to make generalizations because they're intellectually not worthwhile, morally dangerous, and also hurt me as a minority? I don't understand how you think that all the bullshit in your response is more on topic than my qualifying the last thing you said. Are you saying that in a thread a person is not allowed to respond to what other people said, only to the original post? I mean, there's a reply button. You clicked it when you typed the tomfoolery that had nothing to do with what I said in response to what I said. I think you might be stupid. I don't even think that she might be stupid. I don't think she's stupid. I think she's just like everybody else and just responded and just, just fails to think well sometimes. I don't think she's stupid. Nah, I can't leave that. I gotta say, I don't actually think you're stupid. I just wanted to... hold on. Anyway, let's fucking... You're a dumb bitch. Turn off notifications for this post. No. I'm having anxiety every time I get a Facebook notification. That stupid cunt. Oh, we should screenshot. Oh, we were gonna screenshot it on here because it's a bigger screen. So let's do that before she deletes us or some shit.
Amber, stupid bitch, made a whole video about it. Damn it. We were supposed to be getting work done over the last half an hour. Alright, let's call mother because she texted and then we're gonna... we have to pee as well. We're gonna write. Hopefully this gave us the energy and also sort of the material we're thinking to write about the skepticism thing. Oh, there she goes again. What you doing? Alright, I just peed. You know, it's like I procrastinate because I'm waiting for it to come to me so that I can do it perfectly, or whatever the activity is. Because that has happened a lot, you know. The deadline is passed for the essay, and then at some point I eventually sit down and then I do it in one draft, you know. And it's good enough. It's like I don't value doing the steps. And that's what I gotta do, and that's what, well, yeah, I'm pretty much a one-shot kind of guy, you know. And so when I don't feel ready, or when I don't get in that flow to do it in one shot, then I just basically wait. And that's what it feels like. That's why I felt earlier, like, you know, what's the point in getting up right now? Because I didn't have the one shot in me, I didn't feel like. And now, incidentally, I do, because kind of, yeah, I do actually. I feel like I could really start it now. And potentially do it in one go, because of that whole Amber conversation. So maybe I even shouldn't work on that now. Maybe instead I should work on something else that I really don't feel I can do in one shot. No, we'll do that once we get back home. We'll work on our productivity issues then. Right now, let's just take advantage of the fact that we feel like we can do it in one shot. So Mom wants to call. She asked me what I was doing. I told her I was peeing and then calling my mother. So she's probably gonna, so let's start now. That Amber bitch, dude. Oh, God. Alright, today's date is what, the 4th or the 3rd? I gotta pay my fucking rent, dude. Skepticism lessons. Right, put the pen to the paper. What are you gonna put down? Oh God, fuck you. Okay, let's do an outline. Outline. Let's do a new video. Hi again. Okay, so intro to, oh God, of skepticism for Zoe. Fuck you, Zoe. Oh, we gotta work on forgiving her. We should make that a mission for today. Okay. No, not right now. Just stay focused on this. I thought I was gonna suggest that we meditate, and because right now I feel fine about her, but I don't want to, you know. God, I miss her so much sometimes. Or I just miss what we had, you know. Mom's ready. All right. Let's finish this outline. Oh, I'm not ready at all for Amber or her friends or whoever is gonna respond to that. First of all, be prepared. They're gonna maybe say that they're right. Amber's gonna say that she's right. Maybe she's gonna stand by it. I'll read it, maybe, if I can. And then I'll just, okay, people are fucking dumb and they don't realize it. Just gotta remember that. Move on. Alright, so for Zoe, 5 trip goals related to skepticism. Conclusion. Alright, that's not bad. Mama's trying to tell me to take a shower and go get something to eat. No, not yet. No. I could eat this apple though. But let's just try to write. Oh, I am sticky though. Maybe a shower would be nice. And that coffee's making me feel funny. Oh, those coffee packets. Okay, let's get to work. So Amber responded, you know what, and also maybe it wasn't that coffee. Maybe it was just anxiety about the whole interaction. It was basically an apology, which is cool. And I'm also glad I took back my stupid thing. You know, I left it in what you saw. Alright, so let's read her response together. And by the way, she said she didn't mean anything by sweetheart. That's oh no, now I wish it was something more ignorant. Now I'm gonna feel bad putting this video. Well, obviously we're gonna change her name anyway. So, I don't think we were planning to actually, but now we have to, I guess.
Alright, so I guess this is going at the beginning, this bit, being that I don't. No, fuck that. We'll just do it like the guy who called out the report of the week, Review Bra. What's his name? Foulboy or something? I don't know. Anyway, he called out Review Bra, and he didn't really say until the very end, you know, that it was, I want sex. Dude, I would love to have sex with a girl. When was the last time I had sex? Oh, the Portuguese. Like, I do kind of feel like having sex and having a relationship with a girl. Not a relationship, but, you know, an interaction. Anyway, yes, we're gonna look at that now. And also, oh yeah, well, we're just still gonna put the video up. Nobody even sees. I mean, honestly, it would be a pleasure if I had to deal with fallout from videos of mine, like getting me in trouble with people because they found out I talked shit about them. That would be a pleasure, because that would mean that I have an audience. Alright, notifications. Okie dokie. Oh! That's the great thing about Sweetheart, that you can totally put someone down with Sweetheart, and don't fucking lie to me, okay? I don't mean you, I don't mean Amber, I mean you, viewer. Don't fucking lie and act like Sweetheart isn't an insult. You're like my mother when she uses my name, you know?
Okay, now, Eris, what do you think about this?
No, it's not a good example.
That's what I said, Eris.
Obviously you mean something by that when you use my name. And what you mean is you feel like I'm not listening or whatever. She's like,
That's your name.
oh God, people. Yeah, that Sweetheart thing. So don't lie to me, viewer. When you call someone Sweetheart that you have no kind of relationship with whatsoever. Let's see.
I apologize if me calling you sweetheart made you angry. I honestly meant nothing by it.
Bullshit. Look, bullshit. So frustrating. How can you deny that you meant something by it?
I think that my issue...
Anyway, but then she gets very reflective, and it's hard to be angry because she handled this responsibly most of it.
I think that my issue with your original comment is that feeling of rejection is too vague for me.
Not sure what that means.
It seemingly implied there are more homophobic black people than there are racist LGBTQ plus community members, which there's no way to know if that...
I'm not sure how the punctuation here works, and I know it sounds like I'm just expressing whatever comes to mind, okay? I'm really not trying to, like, undermine her because of the punctuation, but I am a bit confused. No, not by the sentence, I'm not confused. Unless she's saying it, which there's no way to know if that's what you meant. No. Clearly she means.
Which there's no way to know.
Okay, period.
If that wasn't what...
Yeah, okay, so...
If that wasn't what you meant, excuse my misinterpretation.
No, that is what I meant. Well, seems a much more concrete way of saying it to say there are more homophobic black people. I don't know about that. But I can tell you, of course, I have more friends in the black community. Pretty much all my gay friends are also black, or minorities in some way. I have 0 white gay friends, I think. That's probably not true. I feel like somebody just almost popped in my head. Maybe you're not flamboyant enough to have been found as I applied this filter to my acquaintances or memory. Anyway, you know what I love about what I've been watching about some YouTube videos lately? There are guys with like 20-minute videos. There's the mukbang guy, Nikocado Avocado, who's got like an hour video. It's just you watch him do this. And there are people that can watch him talk. There are people that can watch me talk. So screw you, Pop, who says my videos need to be 5 minutes. No, I'm gonna find people who just want to hear me just talk. I mean, it's also good to make them more concise, but get to know me, fam. I've got good ideas, and then, you know, in exchange for giving me my good ideas, let me be known me as me, because I've met enough people that just got it all wrong. So, where were we? Oh, yes. So, I don't have a lot of white gay friends. However, what I do know is that the black people that I know, whom, even if they don't consider themselves homophobic, whom I might consider homophobic, they feel that it is fully justified. They consider it just a belief.
I don't believe in homosexuality. I don't have to accept it. I accept them as people, but I don't have to accept their gayness.
You know, gay people could not get away with such overt rejection of someone's identity. Of a black person, they could not say in any kind of a public forum.
I just don't agree with your dark skin. I don't agree with your black cultural things.
Of course, yeah, no, because it's not even about the culture, right? It is literally about the essence of it, right? Now, there are some black people that say, hate the sin, not the sinner, right? There's some black people that say,
I don't dislike the fact that you like men. I don't have a problem with that, but it's the fact that you, as a man, is actually having sex with men.
but that a black person could not be allowed in a public place, which is a part of black culture. And shut the fuck up, it's a part of Arab culture as well. Arabs talk about it, blacks talk about it, we even take some pride in it. Blacks take pride in it, Arabs take pride in the volume. That is a part of the culture, but blacks could not do that. That is not the essence of their black identity. And yet, having sex with men if you're a gay man is quite close to the essence. It's like a direct thing. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying. So blacks so blacks are saying like the most immediate result are rejecting either the essence of the gay person or the most immediate result of it. Gays couldn't even get away with overtly, and in a public forum, and actually try to justify saying blacks are, oh shit, I haven't been leaving any room for this. Hang on. Alright. They couldn't even, so I don't know what a direct result would be, but quite an indirect result of being black. It's not even really a result of being black, it's just associated with. So it would be like the equivalent of, okay, so if gay people were to say,
I'm tired of black people being so loud.
oh, could gay people even say that? Gays are also, they're also flamboyant gays, so. Oh, what am I trying to say? The point is that black people feel okay rejecting the very essence of gays, whereas gays, they feel comfortable doing that, whereas gays can't possibly feel comfortable even rejecting an indirectly associated thing with blacks, such as, no, wait. No, because on gay dating profiles, they absolutely say no blacks. White gays or Asian gays and stuff will absolutely say no blacks. Okay. So they will reject the essence. But blacks will totally reject trans. They would, yeah. So gays, I don't think they would say, like, I reject this person and their essence. They would just say, it doesn't please me. Which, by the way, I am convinced is racist. I wasn't convinced back when I knew her. I never had this conversation with her, but around that time, I thought that you were allowed to have your preferences, but actually not really. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, oh, that would be a good full of shit video. Anyway. So, yes, I think that blacks are more overtly homophobic than gays are overtly racist. Carrying on.
That wasn't what you meant, excuse my misinterpretation. While I don't agree with Jarrell completely, we actually discussed in real life, so it wasn't necessary to go so deep here.
Fair point. Something about me is telling me it's not quite relevant. But fair point. Oh, we should be. Okay. Wait, no, I gotta put it over here. Okay.
My point in mentioning my being queer was to say I've experienced both from both sides.
Oh, that may actually make sense. This might be the first line that actually is really good. Okay, so I'm definitely queer black woman. So number one, we aren't going to say an entire group does something. Okay, it's just terribly poorly said. So what you're going to say is that two entire groups do something. What? So our problem isn't actually making generalizations. It's the fact that it wasn't an inclusive enough generalization that I made. That she thinks I made, because I didn't even make one, right? I was saying that this happens more in this community than this community, right? Saying which it could be 30% versus 15%. It could be 60% versus whatever. It could be 99% versus whatever 80%. You know. So I am absolutely not saying that 100% or even necessarily saying 99%, right? I'm just saying that there's more in this than in this, right? So it wasn't a generalization, but actually your issue Oh my God. Your issue, so you say we aren't going to say an entire group does something, but then you explain I've experienced both from both sides. So your issue was that I said only one group does something, whereas we should have said two groups do something, maybe not two entire groups, but two groups do something. And then if I had said that two groups do something, wouldn't that have been more of a generalization? You understand? Are you following me right now? All right. More blatant racism, and on the other hand, a kind of erasure and lack of desire to fully accept my identity from Black family members at times. More blatant racism, and on the other hand, okay, I think we are agreeing at the end of the day. Yes, we fucking are, which is why I don't really, well, at the end of the day, we kind of are, yeah. You know, we may disagree on some of the details, but anyway, this is exactly why I don't know why you came to me. I also still want to hear your opinion on what passed in itself, or if it is real, because like I said, surprisingly, it's not immediate. Okay. So let's do a nice response, but also clarify that we still do disagree. I appreciate replying. The response. No, how can I? That sounds mean. It sounds like I'm saying, like, I'm glad now you've calmed down enough to discuss. Because I also, of course, contributed. I didn't help it necessarily become a discussion. I just retaliated, basically. So, but then again, I was just trying to discuss it first. And then I don't know how I'm going to say that, so never mind. Discussion, fuck it, we'll just give this to her. And so I apologize. Retaliation. Is that fair? Is that good? So I'm trying to give her a little bit extra. When I put retaliation in quotes, it's not because I'm saying I didn't retaliate. It's because I'm saying that maybe it wasn't even retaliation, maybe it was just an attack on my part. So I'm trying to do a little bit more in my apology, give her a little extra, you know? I'm trying to take more of the blame is what I'm saying than might be fair. I'm trying to play it safe. Might get misunderstood. No, I'm just going to take this out. So back to the discussion. Smiley face or some shit, I don't know. We're not going to bother about responding to the whole sort of irony of the generalizations thing. It would be on major media outlets. We would have seen this coming, so it's clearly bullshit, right? Okay. Is this a conservative woman? Democrat controlled. And then in quotes. And then the fact that she's like an activist. This seems like a fear read or something. I mean, a fear post. For their marriages, which were not previously recognized under Defense of Marriage Act, which protected states and the federal government from having to recognize same-sex marriages from states that chose to recognize them, to claim tax refunds for which they were inevitable. This joke of a bill. All right, so this is all work that Amber should have done her fucking self. Okay. Why would she post to Facebook to ask other people whether it's real? Like, rather than sending that long bullshit response, she could have just taken the time to see whether this was real. What are you doing? Okay, maybe she did do it, and then she found. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Okay. Maybe she did do research. Life Site News, never heard of this. Doesn't sound real. Homosexuality, man, let's see. Life, family, culture, Catholic education, yeah, activist mommy with a white fist. I think just because it's a white fist doesn't mean anything. Perversion, pushed by the, oh wow, okay. Oh, fuck Snooze, this is great. She's great. Love her. Ah, fuck this. We know that she's a conservative, stupid bitch. Pro-life ministry leaders, okay. So is this thing around? 3 days ago? I don't know why it's not covered. Gay reparations. Alright, so she likes my comment. Cool. Okay, now, didn't care to hear are my thoughts. Legitimacy 1. It is surprising, maybe because, well, the California shooting was a week ago, and this thing apparently happened 3 days ago. So that doesn't make sense. Maybe it does, because maybe people were about to write about it, 3 days later? I don't know. Maybe because we're even fully endorsed. Not ratified? No. Opportunity to scare. 3. Why would I think that defenders is spelled that way?
was the other thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, here are my thoughts about its legitimacy and the bill in general. One, it is surprising it hasn't been covered. Maybe because of the recent shootings, but not sure whether the timeline makes sense to me. Maybe because the House just gave the bill a nod and it's far from being implemented or even ratified. Two, the sources that have covered it are right-wing religious blogs, and so may have just taken an opportunity to scare their readers by blowing out of proportion something still being considered. Three, from what little I read, I think the bill makes a lot of sense that money is owed to couples who weren't allowed to get it before. Four, practically speaking, it's a lot easier than reparations for slavery. It's an easy thing to calculate because it deals with more recent injustices. So I'm not mad if it's affected before reparations for slavery. Also, morally, it's more digestible because the people getting the money are getting the money that was withheld from them. Slavery reparations are instead about trying to put a number on the suffering of ancestors that will help descendants. Five, just like the emancipation may have helped the women's suffrage movement, which may in turn have helped the civil rights movement, this bill could get ADOS closer to seeing help. Lastly, by the way, I'm not sure what I think about money in the bank for slavery reparations. It would have to be so much money. I think the money should go to scholarships, public schools, child care, and so on, so that the community can repair itself. I don't say that as some kind of bullshit, blacks should help themselves kind of thing, but it's a genuine teach a man to fish kind of thing, which doesn't sound any better because that's used by like conservatives to deny helping charity or like, you know, like the homeless, right? Honestly, I think there are a lot of homeless people. There's just nothing you can do for them. So if you want, just feed them until they die. But you can help their children. But the black community as a whole, and like the homeless community. So anyway, the black community is so deeply disadvantaged and broken that cash couldn't possibly help. I think billions should be put into the things I listed above, plus public defenders for blacks who are arrested, police training, healthy nutrition, black-owned businesses, Alright, now let's try to get some fucking work done. I have lost weight, that's for sure. Should keep it going. I'm gonna go get some McDonald's because it's the closest. When I get back home, I'll be eating salads, you know, like I was. Should eat this apple soon. But anyways, I'm getting some work done. It's absolute shite, but it's still writing. First sentence, good thinking is personal to me. Oh, it's trash. Good thinking is my name, Eris. Empiricism, reason, imagination, and skepticism. Skepticism, particularly of self, is the most important to me. In 2019, I wanted to end my life because others were skeptical of me, I was skeptical of myself, and they were not skeptical of themselves. I could not continue in that state of confusion and misplaced confidence. I took a trip I called hitchhiking out of the ashes. It hurts to write something so bad, but that's okay. We will persist. So that is enough for an introduction, I think. I mean, you know, I could add something about the whole trip, like what the plan was, but that's alright. Let's move into the value of skepticism of self. Yeah, and let's just try to lose ourselves. Of course, we need to read that book so we can figure out how to get into flow. So right now we're absolutely not in flow, and flow is amazing, and we get it like once a month, and we get tons of work done, and it's great. And the rest of the time, we just don't do anything. At work, I think when we're in a work setting, I think we quite easily get into flow. But in the library, no, not really. We know what we have to do. We know everything that we're gonna have to do. We got the customers, prioritizing. We got to figure out why we're so productive when we're actually in a job, especially when it requires a human connection. We gotta figure that out. Oh, I don't feel good. All right, let's write about the value of skepticism. So we're doing some walking, so that's the door to the hotel. So we're gonna walk to the end of the block, and then we're even gonna go farther. We're gonna go all the way over there to McDonald's. So pretty amazing. Look at this. Boom. But we're not gonna actually cross like that. We're gonna cross here. So we're not cowards and shit. Almost got hit by the bus, no big deal though. Ooh, God damn it, they did have a salad. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, that looks so good. You see that? I mean, do we even have a choice? Okay, we'll have to come back to that later. I'm back. Got some chicken nuggets and 2 egg McMuffin and bacon sandwiches. Thought that might be good for health in the brain. Maybe not the bacon, but the egg and the chicken. You know, fewer carbohydrates since I haven't used much energy today. Great. So I'm just gonna eat and watch TV while my pen charges. Good? Yo, read the comment thing under this, and each time I click view previous replies, well, there is nothing friendly. Okay. There we go, that's good. Well, set yourself on fire, eat some bacon. Goat fucker! Oh my god. I don't get the wire ear is always a cool thing. Is that supposed to be you are lost or your loss? Probably your loss, right? Is there any point? Oh, sports groups for spring. Trump's name is only in my name. Oh, no, okay. Wait, what language is that? Silly girl, you're lucky you don't get stoned. Because a Muslim who hates America. Whatever. Yo, this show Another Life is trash. And I'm tired. Why did I eat? Why did mom convince me to eat? Why did I let her convince me to eat? God damn it. Oh my god, what do I now? I wanna watch something. I want ice cream. I'm so hot, I'm sweating all over the place. This is the most confusing thing in the world. I'm looking right at the fan, and it's like going up. What the hell? Right now we're looking directly at the fan, correct or incorrect? I feel nothing. You can't even hear it, right? I mean, you can hear it running. You can hear the air rushing against it. Now you can hear it. That's crazy, right? You can hear it now? Maybe not. I don't know. But my hand can feel it. And now it cannot? No, nothing. That's funny, isn't it? See how there's this weird 1, 2, 3 here? What about if you go here? Now, right here is where I feel it. Right about here. Oh, all this stuff here where my hand is. Okay, I see. Now I feel it here. Oh, I'm so dumb. Obviously, that's why you can't feel it here. Critical thinking, bitch. There we go. Grab the pen. Let's get back to work. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. And Jack was suggesting I come back to the hostel and hang out. No. Oh, I want to though. I want to. We gotta eat this apple before it goes, because it dropped it so much. Okay, I've done one paragraph. Time for paragraph 2. We're doing it for the millions of viewers. God damn it, Mom. Can't you understand what I'm trying to do? It forced me to do it. I mean, let myself force me to do it. Now I'm looking at fucking train tickets. I'm tired now. One of my rides said that when he's in the city, he gets unhappy. I think I need to move out of the city too. Because remember when we woke up at Forte Diamante? And it was just like, look at this world, right? And imagine if we had done some writing there. And now and why do I work better at night, for instance? Sort of. Or why do I just not lie in bed at night? I mean, what I'm trying to say is that I am able to more easily stay out of bed at night than I am during the day. Why is that? Because I guess I need space to think. Maybe that's why when Mom and Dad would come into my room when I was living at home, that would drive me absolutely nuts. I don't think I like this city. The city, not this city, the city. Maybe I need to get out of the city. The city, not this city. I have to admit that part of me is relieved that my tent is broken, because now I have an excuse to be in a bed or go home. But I hate that. I hate that I have an excuse. I wish I were forced to struggle and suffer. But what great ideas have I had? Have I had any? I've had cool experiences, I guess. The lightning storm, and that's it. I gotta go out east. Yo, Jack and I have been saying that we're only gonna stay one more night in Genova since about Wednesday. I told you, yeah. Because I think I arrived on Monday and he arrived on Tuesday, and he said he was only gonna stay the one night, and then he said, okay, I'm just gonna stay one more. And now he's staying tonight as well. Ended up here for like a week. Holy snaps. But you wanna see what I'm looking at? Nothing really interesting. What should I do? Tell me what to do. I want to masturbate, that's one thing. Because I made a Twitter account with my Eris profile. So I could have Twitter on my other phone. Swipe, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing,
see literally no point in going out east. I don't even think I'm gonna go for a drink with Steve. I have to do that another time. So uninspired. I think I hate the city. Not this city, the city. Let's work on this riddle. Damn, just saw Jack's comment about no groups of 5 or 6. He said he sent me a hint, and he said that should be good hint without giving too much away. So it's like, yo, delete that shit. I don't want to see that. But then when I responded to that message, it showed me his previous message, which was no groups 5 or 6. Anyway, that's what we're assuming. So this is where we're at right now. Alright, so this is where we're at right now. Maybe we can continue to do something about this section here. Group of 4 against this group of 4. Then what you do is you weigh A, which means that if it's uneven, and second of all, if it's uneven, which means it's either A or E, which means it's H or D. So you compare H to I. If it's not H, then it must be D. Alright, see, here's the thing. So let's say you need to end up uneven acute. So that's one test. Uneven grave. There you go. Boom. Acute uneven grave. That's the question. From this test, we've got even and we've got uneven. And then each of those tests needs to go even. Sorry, what's happening here actually? No, this doesn't make any sense. Hold on. So then maybe this can just be even and uneven. Remember those 2 women I mentioned? 2 English women who were like,
Where is he going?
a few days before that. I had overheard them talk. Oh, maybe I already told you this. And I said that they could stay in my apartment in Paris. So what sucks about buying this ticket is that I won't be able to, because they texted me today, and I won't be able to let them do that. So that's kind of frustrating. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Right? I should go home, right? I can't. I don't really have a tent to sleep in, and plus it's illegal here, and I just gotta get the fuck out of Italy. I could buy a tent. Just throw this one in the trash. Time to get back to. I hate fucking spending the night in a hotel. It's time to go back home. Fuck yeah. Fuck you, I'm going home. Oh man. We can just work on this on the bus, I guess. Let's drink this beer and work on it a bit more and hate ourselves for being pussies and going home after 3 weeks. Last week was mostly slept in beds. No. No, I'm cool, man. No, it's okay. I mean, I got shit to do, man. Yeah, I got shit to do. And I'm gonna do it. Just like I wrote a paragraph. I wrote like 7 lines of this essay. Amazing. So I'm gonna have to write that on the bus and work on the riddle on the bus. Yeah. Beer? Don't mind if I do. Oh, should I go hang out with them? I don't know. It just feels so. I can't believe I just bought that ticket. No. It's the best idea. Otherwise, I would have just ended up spending more time than, no. Nope, should have bought a new tent. The ticket to go back was 73 euros. Could have bought a new tent for less than that, and then hitchhike back. But my mind didn't let me have that thought before because it wanted any reason to be able to go back. Skepticism of self. Then again, I did a good job this trip. I experienced a little bit, thought about some things. It's been good. It's been good. I don't feel bad, do I? I do feel a little bit bad that I didn't, I didn't walk to Geneva. I didn't let myself starve. But that's just because I'm not. Yeah, I want to achieve things like that because they are doable, because I'm so scared of doing the actual important things that I need to be doing. It's the same reason I'm working on this riddle rather than the essay. And that's my final lesson. That the reason I want to experience prison or I want to hike or I want to, whatever, is because that is far less scary to me than sitting down and writing something or just doing something that anyone might see. And I mustn't be afraid of that. Yeah. And that's the final lesson. Gotta believe in myself. And not be bothered about what other people think. Just because you're all fucking idiots. And also it's okay to produce shit.
Just keep producing shit, and I'm gonna produce something good because I know that about myself. I know what I'm capable of. Just gotta keep doing. Gotta keep shitting bricks. Gotta keep persevering through the fear until I shit gold. Shit bricks until I shit gold. Yeah, something like that. Alright. I'm gonna drink this beer now. My medicine's worn off anyway. I do feel like going for that ice cream though, but fuck it, a little McFlurry's not a big deal. Fuck Zoe. Yeah, that sugar will just keep me up. I think we're gonna be alright without it. I'm a little stuck on that riddle. What's gonna be different when I go back to Paris, you know? I don't wanna just lie here, but what's gonna be different? I'm gonna be running every day, that's cool. Anything else? Yeah. But why don't I just get some work done? No. Productivity, procrastination is not the issue that I meant to solve this trip. It's the skepticism of self, the belief in self. Yeah. I'm me. I love me. And if they don't love me, maybe they're right. Maybe it's just that we don't fit together. You know, maybe it's not about being right or wrong. Sometimes it may be though. Maybe I am wrong. But I know that I'm doing my best to try to be right. And I try to discuss these things, and if I can't see it, it's okay to trust myself. It's okay if I manipulated Zoe, because I did what I could to try to see that. I do my part. I am skeptical enough of myself. I won't be perfect. I cannot be morally perfect because just like we may one day know capital T truth, we can never know that we know capital T truth, right? Likewise, I may be morally good, but I'll never actually be able to know it. So if I'm worried that I may be morally bad because of human testimony, I have to accept that uncertainty. I have to constantly be trying to see where I'm wrong. No, not constantly. I have to be ready to be wrong, and I should make efforts to be wrong. But I needn't repeat efforts that aren't bearing any more fruit. And also there's sort of a diminishing overall return on the policy of, you know, let's say you do something. You could ask somebody if it was wrong, and let's say they say no. You could ask another person, right? And maybe if you ask 100 people, you'd find somebody that would actually be able to explain to you that yes, you were wrong and why. But if you have that policy, well, that's just not practical. And it isn't more important to figure out whether you were wrong than it is to just try to do good in the future. Yeah. And try to learn what you can from the situation. I can go home. I learned what I needed to learn. People are just people and they're fucking dumb. And I need to organize these thoughts. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to put them together in a sort of essay. And then once I get to Paris, I can revise it. And it may even take weeks to revise it and turn it into something cohesive, concise, and clear. Good job.
Well, let's go get a McFlurry. Are they still open?
So Italian's food has been okay. I mean, I've had a couple pizzas, arancini, you know, but this McDonald's Baci McFlurry, this is amazing. So don't forget it. Yep, this is us. I hate Zoe because of everything that she promised to be. I hate Zoe for hating me, for not seeing what she was claiming to be. I hate Zoe for leaving me. I hate Zoe for making me happy. I hate Zoe for not believing me.
I hate Zoe for making me believe I was mean. I hate Zoe for acting so carelessly. I forgive Zoe. I forgive Zoe for hurting. I forgive Zoe for blaming me. I forgive Zoe for being wrong. I forgive Zoe for being a little bit stupid. I forgive Zoe for being convinced by other people. I forgive Zoe for believing a narrative that made her feel less small. I forgive Zoe for being in love with me. And for being such a romantic that she was willing to do anything to get me to be in love with her. All was fair for her. And when she was hurt, all was fair for her in war. And she was hurt. And I forgive her for being hurt. I forgive her for trying to spare herself some of that pain by transferring some of that blame to me, rather than blaming herself for being stupid enough to love me, or as stupid as she thought she was. Instead, I was the monster, and I can forgive her for that. I forgive you, Zoe. I miss you. I hate you. I think the world would be better off without you. I forgive you, and I hope that someone makes you happy and you make someone happy. Just don't contact me. Let me go on missing you. Mom just called. Hang on.
But no, I don't check my messages. If I don't get an alert about it, I don't find out about it. Subscribe. Subscribe for more.